Okay, so then Senna joins, and of course, I mean, we experienced this as well at Mercedes. This negative relationship spiral. For us, I mean, the spiral really started 2014 actually. So we'd done a whole year 2013, and then started in 2014. And it's not the right moment to like go into any details, but I know exactly where the spiral started, and it was actually where one of us did something where the other thought that it was on purpose, but actually it was not on purpose, and it was an accident, a minor thing. And then that was then the engineers picked up on it, told the driver, hey, look what the other guy is doing. And then you just get influence from the outside. And then you want to set it straight because, hey, that's not right. That's not fair. And then you build yourself up like that. And you then cross over into the gray area yourself as well. And then once you do that, the other guy sees that and it just spirals. It spirals and spirals and spirals and spirals out of control. So everything for us just started with one guy doing a minor thing, but not on purpose. And the other one and the whole team and the engineers thought it was on purpose. Do you remember how the beginning of that was? What kicked it off, that it spiraled so out of control?
It is very, very easy. Let's put 88. That was a fantastic season, except one or two places like Portugal when he put me in the wall and was a little bit tense and tough. He won one more race than me. I could have won Hungary, when I overtook, and one win is very one corner sometimes, But on the sportive side, it was fair. Remember that he won one more race, but because of the rule at the moment, at this year, I had 12 points. 12 points more than him, 12 or 14 points more than him. But okay, he was a champion, we had no problem. I've seen the first test we have done in Imola. Ron asked me to drive the car first, and then when you drive the car first, normally you need a little bit more laps because you have a lot of problems at the beginning you need to solve, and then after half a day he said, oh, you need to leave the car to Ayrton. I said, but Ron, is not the plan, because it's at the moment what I do is only 1 lap, 2 laps, because there's a lot of things to fix. And I realized that, yeah, but Honda asked me that Ayrton has to drive. I said, Honda, I mean, shit, that was the first time. 89, at the end of 88, I had a meeting in Switzerland with Mr. Kawamoto, the president of Honda. And I said to him, okay, I've seen a lot of things this year that is not fair. I've seen too much preference, or too much, the way the people behave at Honda is too much for Ayrton. And I really feel, I explained to him what I do with you, with a lot of people, the psychology inside the team. It was difficult for me to do, but it was, and he said, I know, I appreciate that. My people are from the new generation, and they like, they prefer the young guy, and then you are like, he has a panache, and you are the more or less like this. So 89 was worst. That is for sure. But when arrived the Imola, and Imola was the key of everything. When we had the agreement, and we have done this agreement minimum 4 or 5 times before. But with the agreement, we always do this agreement in front of somebody. It was Ron and John Hogan was there in the motorhome. After the rest, we had a meeting in Pembrey in Scotland when we were testing, and Ron came and said, I want to see you. And he said to Ayrton, oh, what happened? You had an agreement, and but when Ron was talking to Ayrton, he was never strong. He was really, almost shy. Ayrton said, but it's Alain overtook me before the first corner. It was almost convinced in his head that I overtook him. So we had a strange discussion, and I've done a mistake. Because he was destroyed. Ayrton was destroyed, and I've told the story to a friend of mine who was a French journalist, and he put it on the newspaper. I've done a mistake. but I did not do it on purpose. It was we were, very often we were talking off, you know, that we could do that at the time. And then he has not accepted that. That is why he has stopped talking to me, and we had a sort of war, you know, which was maybe completely different than the people can think why we had this, you know, but the end of '89 was really a nightmare for me, really a nightmare.
And when talking about differences mentally between you two, you've said that Ayrton would create his own truth, but which came from a lot of inner self-confidence, and so he would create his own truth, which satisfied his inner confidence that it was not his fault, but it was someone else's fault. And you give the example that it was obviously him overtaking you in Imola and breaking the agreement, and he was so convinced that actually you overtook him and broke the agreement. And then, but after you said that after a while of discussing, he realized that actually he was wrong and he started crying. Is that right?
Yeah. He cried a little bit. I didn't want to say, but yeah, he cried a little bit, and that's why he did not accept that it was, you know, in the newspaper the 2 days after, you know. He was really strange, and he was different. Ayrton was really different to any other driver that I met, you know. And this side, it was really, but that is why also he was so confident about himself, you know. And Ayrton was, I mean, qualifying, I almost did not try to fight in qualifying. It was so intense, you know, for qualifying. On one lap, it was really could take any kind of risk, and but yeah, he was self-confident, and he could not accept that we put this confidence in danger in a way, you know.
And if you had to compare yourself, the strengths, would you say that he was then mentally stronger than you were? Would that be something that you would say? And because of the self-doubt you had more, then that forced you to work harder, and that became your strength to prepare more? Would you compare it like that?
I would say that he had 110% commitment, you know.
But you also.
And yes, but I was too much in love for the sport, too much in love for other things. I had already children. I had a family. You know what it is was a little bit different. You know, okay. When I say 100% for him, is because I was 100%. I was, but he was even more.